What's up, guys? Welcome back to ManCave Collectibles. Coming at you today with another toy haul video. So we haven't done the toy haul video in a couple weeks. We've had a lot of things coming in, a lot of cool things we picked up on toy hunts. Got a handful of boxes over here to open up. So get ready. It's going to take a little bit of time, but we're going to get through it all. Let's go ahead and let's start off with some heat. Here recently, at one of our local comic book shops, Retro Toys and Collectibles. This is a shop that we have done toy hunt videos at. One very recently here, which you probably saw this in, he had a sealed Channel 6 news van from the vintage TMNT action figures by Playmates. This is something I've had my eye on for a while and was able to pick it up, make a deal with Cotton over at Retro Toys and Collectibles. This is somewhat of a grail piece for me because these are so rare. You just don't see many of these Channel 6 news vans out in the wild anywhere really. Even online, they're kind of tough to come by as far as in good condition or at a decent price. This one is actually still factory sealed. So I was just really super happy to have this. I'm kind of spinning around so you guys can just kind of take a look at the box. We will not be opening this box as a lot of its value is behind the fact that it is a originally sealed box here. But just, you know, when you take a look at that cover art for this thing, gosh, just so nostalgic. It just takes you right back to being a kid in the early 90s, the late 80s, early 90s. So really happy to be able to add this to my collection. I've got to get some kind of a, you know, acrylic case or something to put over this, hopefully UV protecting. I did find a company out there where you can kind of provide the dimensions of your box and they'll make you a custom case for it. However, it does say it takes like 4 to 6 weeks to get that. So I have to go order it and then be a little bit patient. Wait on the box to come, but just really super happy to have this as part of my collection now, as I think this is probably somewhat of a grail piece for really any Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles vintage collector. Also, still in the Turtles front there, we've got the new NECA Turtle Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles frogs. We've got Genghis and Rasputin here that we've already done a review on the channel of. So if you haven't seen that review, go check it out. This is a fantastic offering from NECA. Obviously, they're out of the packaging because I had to do the review on them and didn't want to wait until after this haul video to do so. But man, these guys are fantastic. We've got here, you can take off his little disguise piece, which is you know, pretty nice little addition. I have been posing them with that just because I thought it was such a cool little accessory for them. Got their weapons, you know, their quiver back here with arrows in it, multiple hand options. Again, just go check out the review video. These guys are phenomenal. I know they're kind of dropping and hitting everywhere right now, so if you've not found them, don't give up hope. Just keep hunting, keep looking. I think you'll probably find them eventually. If not, let's keep our fingers crossed that NECA, you know, is going to be able to get these out there for pre-order on their NECA store for us. You know, fingers crossed there. Also, at the time of me making this video, the April O'Neil movie figure just went up on NECA's store. So I'm not sure how long after that this video is actually going to drop. If you've not done that yet, you need to go to the NECA store and pre-order that April O'Neil movie figure. It looks fantastic. I've already done my pre-order for it, so very happy to have that in. So this is just a little bit of TMNT goodness for us to start off our haul video. Let's move on to the next item. And then just real quick, if you check out my toy hunt videos, you've already saw this, but this is the Foot Soldier 2-pack, the movie Foot Soldier 2-pack from NECA. This was just a really cool, I've already got a foot soldier, a single foot soldier on my shelf, but obviously these are good for army building. So I went ahead and picked up another 2 foot soldiers. This comes with the weapons mount, the weapons rack. So I thought that'd be kind of a cool little display item. Hoping at some point to maybe have a diorama built for the NECA movie stuff. So I got to get with my guy, Would You Kindly Studios, on that to just kind of add something cool to the collection for display with these movie figures. So yeah, we got the Foot Soldier 2-pack as well this week. All right, and a little something for our video game guys out there. As you know, I've kind of started collecting some video game memorabilia, some games that I enjoyed as a kid or the properties that are important to me. We've got the original Nintendo Entertainment System Batman the video game here. This is complete in box. So it's a pretty nice little addition. The box is in pretty good shape. I've got it here in a clear plastic you know, cover or protector there for this one. So really happy to be able to add that one to my collection. It's not going to stand up on the bottom there. But also we've got Battletoads in Battle Maniacs. This was kind of a popular Super Nintendo game. I'm a huge Battletoads fan. I just like the design of these guys. Really hopeful. I don't know how much you guys keep up with Toy News, but Premium DNA are doing Battletoads figures. So we'll see if those ever come to fruition. I'm kind of in the lookout for those to be hitting pre-orders at places like Big Bad Toy Store and whatnot. But went ahead and picked up the Super NES version of Battletoads in Battle Maniac. So kind of my goal is to pick up a lot of the comic book video games that I played as a kid, as well as anything Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles related and Battletoads related. So this is just kind of to add to that goal of mine to pick up all the Battletoads video games. So yeah, there you go. A little something in the video game world for our haul video today. Okay, moving on into kind of a newer line that I've gotten into is the Masters of the WWE Universe. I always get tongue-tied when I'm trying to say that, throwing that WWE in the middle of MOTU. But a couple pickups recently here. We've got Kane from one of the newer waves. We've got Macho Man, Randy Savage here, also from one of the newer waves. These are not from the same wave, but they're both from newer waves in the line. So we found this one at Walmart. We did have to order this one online, as I was never able to actually find this guy, but I got him through Macari. Now, if you've ever ordered through Macari, anything I get through Macari, I have to unbox pretty much immediately. They only give you 3 days to rate the seller. So I had to go ahead and unbox this guy. And then pick these two guys up on eBay. So Stone Cold and Hulk Hogan, they came with a ring. That was the only way that I'm aware of that you could get these, was to purchase them. It's a ring. It came with 2 figures. Maybe the Snake Mountain ring, I think, is how they come. But I was able to find these 2 guys loose. Somebody on eBay had them up in an auction. I was able to win the auction to be able to add them to my collection. So they're probably a little bit harder to get maybe than your typical ones that kind of, hit the Walmart shelves nowadays. Just because, again, you had to buy the ring in order to pick them up. But I thought they were really cool pickups for my MOT WWE Universe shelf. We got an Amazon pickup here. We've got the Battle Armor He-Man. Now, I didn't necessarily want this figure. I've already got a He-Man. I've got the original release of a He-Man, and I'm very weird about having multiple of the same character on the shelf at the same time. What I really bought this pack for was this classic vintage head sculpt, because I want to take this head sculpt and put it on my regular He-Man Origins figure. So that's what we're going to do. I don't know if I'll even pose this guy in with my collection. It'll be nice to have him. But I don't know that it's something that's actually going to, hit my display shelf. But the head is really what it was about. Found it for basically retail price on Amazon. So I was glad to pick up this deluxe He-Man here recently. All right, guys, and these won't really stand up for me, so we'll run through what we got here. But this is the Star Wars The Mandalorian vintage figures, or retro collection, as they call them here on the card back. So we've got Cara Dune here, which, I actually thought, I thought they had really pulled all the Cara Dune figures, but this one actually ended up coming out for part of this retro collection. We've got the Greef Karga here, which I think is a really nice looking figure. We've got the Moff Gideon, which is maybe the best figure in the lot as far as just how good he looks. A friend of mine even pointed out there that he does have, the dark saber there. It's kind of a clear translucent, but it's cool how they did that there for the retro collection. We've got IG-11, one of everybody's, favorite characters from the show. Quill, rest in peace. This death, for whatever reason, probably upset one of my daughters more than any death that we've ever really seen in any show before. She hated that Quill ended his time there on the show. But we got Quill, we got the Mandalorian, as we would always have. Now he's not in his Beskar armor here. He's in his original armor, kind of how he started the show off. And then everybody's, favorite little guy, we've got Grogu, or as they still call him here, the Child. So he does come with his little pod and kind of a display stand that you'll be able to put him in, as well as one of the little frogs that he enjoys eating. So these are really cool as far as if you're a vintage Star Wars collector. They're going to match right in with your vintage Star Wars collection from just the way they do it. It is one of those with like those 5 points of articulation type of figures if you're not familiar with this collection. These are, those types of figures are really starting to get very popular. Marvel Legends doing it with their 3.75 inch. Super 7's been doing it with the Reaction line. And, Hasbro / starting to go back and kind of do these Kenner homage figures in 5 points of articulation. So I think it's pretty cool that they're doing that. Vintage collecting is just a huge thing right now. So a really good choice there by Hasbro. All right, and then the last thing we got here, this is kind of a cool little situation we got. So our buddies over at Retro Toys and Collectibles, Cotton, the guy who owns the toy shop that, again, as we stated earlier in the video, we do hunts at, he came to me with a proposal as asked if I would like to open some vintage figures that are on card. So he actually donated Krang, the bodiless blurbing brain behind the Foot Clan, to the ManCave Collectible Review channel for us to actually open this figure on card. So this is a vintage figure. How many times do we get to see people actually open a vintage figure? I've not opened a vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figure off the card since probably the early 90s, if I had to be honest with myself. It's just not something you see done very well. The clamshell in this is slightly yellowed. It does have some cloudiness around his life support suit there that he's wearing. So we felt like this would be a good one to open up, get the smell and the feel of just what it feels like to take a vintage figure out of its packaging. That's something we're going to do on the channel here over the next week or so. So be on the lookout for that video if you want to see that. We're going to do some comparison with this Krang versus kind of the neck up Krang that has come out. And it'll be cool too because we'll have a vintage version of this for when Super 7 releases their version of this figure, which they have been teasing this week. So yeah, be on the lookout for a vintage toy, I don't know if we call it unboxing, but opening of a vintage toy off the card back. Definitely not something we get to do every day, but I'm super excited about it. I'm very thankful to Retro Toys and Collectibles for coming up with the idea. So that sums it up for what we picked up on toy hauls or just, you know, different little hunts that I may go out. So that sums it up for items that I've already got out of their packaging. There are a few more. If you watch my toy hunt videos, there are other ones that I could have thrown into this. However, just for the sake of time and trying to keep this video to somewhat of a minimum to not get you guys into a boring situation, we just kind of covered some of the highlights of those pickups. Let's go ahead and let's get into our unboxing portion of this video. We have about 10 boxes that we need to unbox, so let's get going. So some of these boxes have been sitting around the man cave here for a couple weeks now. I haven't been as prompt as I probably should be on unboxing a lot of these, and to an extent that has bit me a time or two. So you know, we're going to go ahead and get this thing going. So what we got here is we have the D-Arts Mega Man figure. So if you've been following the channel, I've gotten into some video game collecting, and I'm wanting to create a really cool like video game display. And what I want to do is I want to have my systems, some of my favorite video games on display, but I also want to have some of my favorite characters displayed in action figure form alongside those systems in box. So obviously you got to have a Mega Man. You got Mario, you got Mega Man. Those are just some of the really mascots, I guess you could say, of especially the Nintendo Entertainment System in the video game world. So we went ahead and picked up Mega Man here recently. Really excited to have this. I've never had a D-Arts figure, so if any of you guys have any experience with D-Arts or this Mega Man collection, I know they have the line of Mega Man X and multiple characters from the Mega Man world. Let me know what you think of them. I'm trying to determine if we're going to do a review on the channel of this guy or not. I'm not sure, but we definitely will have him displayed in our video game collection. Moving on. So next up, we got the Hiya Toys Predator 2 City Hunter figure. So this was a line that I was going to go down, and I think I may have decided maybe not to go down this line. And I'm just in so many lines. It's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother video. In fact, we talked a little bit about it on one of my recent toy hunt videos. I'm trying to reel in kind of the lines that I'm going to collect. I kind of went down this line. I think I have decided not to go down this line. So I think what we're actually going to do with this, we're going to throw this Predator 2 Hiya Toys figure into the possible figures for our 5,000 subscriber giveaway. If you're not familiar with that, you need to go watch my toy hunt videos because all the information is embedded in those toy hunt videos on how to be part of that 5,000 subscriber giveaway. We're just a few hundred subscribers away. So over the next couple of weeks, we will be doing that giveaway. So check out those toy hunt videos for more information on that. This guy will be part of that giveaway. Next up, we got a very well packaged box here with a handle with care sticker on it. I'm always appreciative of those. I don't think it's a pair of Nikes, but we will see. This has got to be the coolest box / unboxing that I've ever done. All right, guys, check out what we got here. This is Major Chip Hazard, platoon leader in the Small Soldiers movie. the Commando Elite. This guy looks phenomenal. And if you've kept up with my haul videos, we actually picked up Archer in the same line here a couple weeks ago. So man, what just a cool figure. I'm looking at this at the same time you are. I've had him sitting over there. I knew he was over there. I just didn't know which box he was in. So cool to finally get this guy out of his packaging and actually get to take a look at him. He just really looks phenomenal. I watched this movie here not too long ago for the first time. I hadn't seen it in many years and was able to watch it again. And as soon as I watched it, I was like, why do I not have any Small Soldiers memorabilia or, vintage toys in my collection? So I had to make that right. We picked up Archer, we picked up Chip Hazard. That may be as far as we go as far as the Small Soldiers line is concerned, but that's the two main characters kind of on both sides of the battle. So yeah, this guy just looks really phenomenal, and super happy to have him in the collection. Moving on to the next box. All right, guys, and getting back to a line of figures that we have been slowly picking up over time. This is the Extreme Dinosaurs T-Bone, the leader of the Extreme Dinosaurs, in phenomenal condition. So very much a vintage figure in my opinion. There were 4 of these, and this is the leader of that group. I think we have picked up 2 of the 4 so far. I've actually got all 4, and I may have the 4th one in this haul video. I'm not sure. If I don't, he'll be in the next one. But yeah, this is T-Bone. And just to kind of show you guys where we actually are in our collecting, we've got Bullseye and Spike as well from the Extreme Dinosaur. So we got one more to go, which is Spike, the Stegosaurus. And as I said earlier, we do have him. I'm just not sure where he is in all the boxes that have come in recently. So he may end up being in one of these boxes that we're going to open up here. If not, we'll definitely get to see him in the next haul video. But yeah, what a cool group of action figures from the 90s that probably a lot of us had as kids. These weren't quite as popular as like the Street Sharks were. This was kind of a little bit of a spin-off of the Street Sharks is really how these guys worked. So they didn't really kind of hold as much probably nostalgic value for a lot of us as the Street Sharks did. But at the same time, just look at the design of these guys. Just how cool, man. Walking, talking dinosaurs. Can't get much cooler than that, in my opinion. Okay, we're moving on to our next box. And this is one I'm real excited about here. So this is a very good condition Battletoads NES version, the original Battletoads game here. And when I say it's a good condition, it is an extremely good condition box. There's almost no flaws on this box whatsoever. It is complete with everything inside, all the way down to the styrofoam that these came with. So really happy to have this guy in my collection. This was probably one of my most wanted video games from a complete standpoint, a complete in-box standpoint that I wanted, along with the original, Turtle video games, which I've already acquired those as well. So this, as I said earlier, we picked up the SNES version of Battletoads and Battlemaniacs. This one was actually more important to me, and, probably to me more important to most folks, because this is really where it started. This game, gave me gray hairs as a kid. It was, I don't know why, but it just gave me and my brother the biggest challenge in the world. Let me know if you played Battletoads as a kid, the NES version here of Battletoads. Did it give you a headache? I mean, it was just unbelievably hard in my opinion. Way too hard, really, than what it should have been. But anyways, really happy to have this in my collection. So another little something for the video game collectors out there. All right, here we got another box that I kind of had to open off camera when it first came in, just to do the kind of Macari rating system. So let's get that box out of the way and let's put up what we got here. So we've got our Kenner vintage style real Ghostbusters on card. This is something we've been talking about for a long time on the channel. Really happy to finally break these guys out of the box, and we'll get them up on display. So here they are. We've got all 4 Ghostbusters. We do have the Ecto 1 on order, the brand new one that they're going to be, Hasbro's going to be reissuing. We also have a original vintage Ecto 1. That one may go into more of a storage situation, and we'll display the new one as the older one. I think it has a lot of nostalgic value for me, and to kind of keep it from aging or sitting out here and getting dusty and that type of thing, we'll put it up in a real nice way to take good care of it. But anyways, here we go. We got these Ghostbusters. We see them hanging on pegs all the time on our toy hunts. Was able to get them offline, however, and get them for retail price. So I was pretty happy about that. So here we go. Let me know in the comments, are you collecting the Kenner Real Ghostbusters line? Is that something that means something to you guys? I always like to know kind of what folks are collecting. And, you know, I see these on pegs a lot. Not quite as much as I see like Stay Puft and Slimer from this same line, but I do see them on pegs a lot. So I'm just wondering if people are really picking these up, or how excited are you about this line that Hasbro's doing. All right, moving on to this next box we got here. This is actually from B&H Photo, and this is our Genesis Mini console is what this is. So I really bought this more from like a collector standpoint. The other mini or classic consoles that have come out, they have kind of went up in price and really gained some collectability on the market. So we picked up the Genesis Mini. We've been looking for one at Target, but Target puts, you know, those straps around it, like the security little tabs, and all of the boxes were damaged. So I figured, hey, I'm gonna go online, try to order one at retail from B&H Photo, I think is what it's called. And they were able to send me one. The box is in phenomenal condition, just as I'd hoped it would be. So we'll put this in the display for our video game stuff. All right, guys, next up, I've got a really cool little box here, and I went ahead and opened this one because I didn't recognize really what it was or where it was from. So it's from John. What I've come to kind of figure or assume here is that John is one of our subscribers on the channel, and I opened it up, and what I found inside was really cool. It is the Hot Wheels Classic Thunder Tank. So I thought this was awesome. I think maybe what this is one of our subscribers to the channel maybe heard me talking about the Thunder Tank, or knew that I like Thundercats, and picked this up for me and actually shipped it to the P.O. Box. So man, I am extremely grateful, John. I don't know your last name. You didn't put it on there. Whoever you are out there that sent me the Thundercats Thunder Tank, I'm very appreciative of that. If you're on Instagram or something, hit me up. I'd love to tell you thank you in person there or in DMs for picking this up for ManCave Collectible Review channel. A really, really cool, generous gift. I'm grateful. All right, guys, so we got a massive box here, and I can go ahead and tell you this box is from our buddy over at Would You Kindly Studios. If you're not familiar with Would You Kindly Studios, he's already done a Mortal Kombat diorama display for me. I'll throw up his kind of a screenshot here of his Instagram page. Check him out on Instagram, Would You Kindly Studios. He does some fantastic diorama work, and what he's done is he's done two for me here in this box. Now, this box is too big, hardly to even get on our camera, so we're going to go ahead and get this out of this box, get it set up here for you guys to be able to see what he has done for ManCave Collectible Reviews, ManCave. Let's go ahead and get it out of the box. Guys, check this out. Seriously, like, look at this. It's a sewer scene from my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, I'm so pumped to have this. Would You Kindly Studios, man, absolutely killing it with my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles diorama. So he built this to actually fit perfectly into my Billy case. Basically, he just said, ManCave, send me over your dimensions, I'll make it happen. And this is what he did. This is so phenomenally done. I can't wait to get this up on my shelf. In fact, what I'll try to do is I will go in and post edit on this, and I'll take some pictures of it in my shelf with some of my turtle action figures on it, just so you guys can see how cool this is going to look. So he did two for me. This is one. It is a sewer scene here for my Super 7 Ninja Turtles. All right, guys, and as I said, he did do two for me. So this is still a diorama, but really my reasoning for this was I wanted something that I could just do some quick photography to throw something up on Instagram or a thumbnail for the channel. These are done by magnets. So he places magnets in the ends of each of these walls, and then they just basically secure to each other that way. It's extremely well done. So if you don't want a wall, you take a wall down. If you don't want a wall on either side, it's totally up to you how you do this. And each one of them are done by magnets, so you can take these and put them away very easy. So yeah, check that out. It's done by magnets. So if you just want something to do some photography on, these are perfect for that. Be on the lookout on my Instagram channel. You're going to be able to see a lot of these diorama pictures. I have some with my Mortal Kombat diorama already, my Turtles one. You're going to be able to see it, as well as some pictures with this. Having dioramas just really takes your collection and your photography to a whole new level. So again, Would You Kindly Studios on Instagram. Go hit him up. Tell him what you're looking for. If he doesn't have it on his website, there is a link to his website there on his Instagram page. If he doesn't have it, he typically will try to help you out and maybe even do something a little bit custom for you. If the size isn't what you need, or like in my case, I wanted it to fit in my Billy case perfectly, he made that happen. So definitely go check him out. Let me know what you think of these dioramas down in the comments. So moving on here with our haul video. All right, guys, here's one I've been waiting a long time on, because this thing I think had to come from China from what I could tell. I ordered these from a dealer that deals in the Nanmu Studios dinosaurs. And like I said, it took a little while to get here, but they got here safe and sound, really well packaged in that box. You know, I have already picked up a T-Rex from Nanmu. They do dinosaurs kind of in homage to a lot of the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World dinosaurs. They don't really have Jurassic Park or Jurassic World logoing on them anywhere that I can tell, but the detail on these is absolutely phenomenal. I did post a picture of the T-Rex on my Instagram, and man, it just looks unbelievable. I would call these really an adult collector or kind of a high-end dinosaur model. Articulation is very limited, mostly in the jaw. The rest of them are kind of set in place. So it's not necessarily a statue, because there is slight articulation, but for the most part, they pretty much pose like a statue, but the detail is just unreal. I'm a huge dinosaur fan. I'm a huge Jurassic Park and Jurassic World fan. So I'm kind of going down this line for my dinosaurs. So yeah, definitely go check out my Instagram. I'll post some pictures of these guys when I get them unboxed. I know it's kind of hard to tell what we got. You can kind of see the image on the front for what's actually inside the boxes, but be on the lookout on my Instagram page for pictures of these guys. Last box for the day, guys. All right, guys, we opened the video with some fire. We're gonna end the video with some fire. This is not the original vintage version. However, these basically go for the same price as far as from a loose or open box standpoint. This is the classic collection version of the Turtles Party Wagon. This vehicle has so much nostalgic value to me as a kid. It was probably one of my favorite toys that I completely destroyed as a kid, but it was one of my favorite toys. And when I say destroyed, it was more along the lines of just played with it until it was destroyed. This thing got a ton of time out of me and my brother. Just really happy to have it in the collection. This is an open box version, so we got it for a pretty good deal. These probably do run a little bit less than what the actual vintage party wagons do. As far as getting it in box, getting it complete, it's pretty much a spitting image. I think I did see somebody do a review of one of these, and maybe it was like a 1/8 of an inch difference in the length, which was kind of odd that they decided to change it up slightly. But anyways, just really happy to have this in the collection. This will be coming out of the box and being displayed in the man cave, being that the box is already open. Now, if this was sealed, I probably would go ahead and leave it in the box, much like I'm going to do the news van. But being that this one has already been opened, we're going to take it out. We're going to put it together. We're going to make sure this thing is on, well on display here in the man cave for us. So guys, that is it for our haul video this week. Got a 5,000 subscriber giveaway coming up here very soon. All the information to that are embedded in my toy hunt videos. So if that's something you're interested in, go check out those toy hunt videos and you'll find some information in the most recent toy hunt videos on how to participate in that giveaway. If you enjoyed this haul video, hit that like button for me. It helps get this video out there for other people to be able to see. And as always, I want you to drop those comments down below. What do you think of anything that I picked up in this haul video? The dioramas, the vintage stuff, the modern stuff. Are you collecting any of this? I always love hearing what you guys, my subscribers, are collecting. If you haven't yet, go check out my recent toy hunt videos. You can kind of see what's out there, see what other items I'm picking up as we go. And then I have an Instagram page as well. Go check it out. I post pictures of my collection all the time, from comic books to action figures. So I think it's providing some entertainment on the social media platform, if that's something you're interested in or into. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Stay positive out there. Until next time.